Hello viewers, how are you all? I hope you all are doing great. So today in this video, I am going to discuss with you about sentences, what is the necessity of a sentence and how many types of sentences are there. So as a student, we all are facing difficulty in understanding the complex structure of grammar. But if we understand the basic concept of sentences, then it will become very easy for all the learners to know that what is grammar and what are the different rules and structures of grammar, because it starts from small sentences. So without wasting much time, let us begin. So what is a sentence? What is a sentence? Whenever anyone is telling this word, that what is a sentence, everyone is confused that sentence means whenever we write any statement in our notebook or on the board, then it is known as a sentence. But exactly what a sentence is, let me tell you. The sentence is generally defined as a word or group of words that expresses a thorough idea by giving a statement, order, asking a question, or exclaiming. So basically, sentences are the group of words that gives a complete meaning or that creates a complete sense. For example, sentences can be of many types, like it can give you the order also. By reading some sentences, you can know that someone is giving the order to somebody, like go and bring a glass of water for me, like someone will exclaim that wow, we won the match. So there are different types of sentences that we need to understand. So before understanding the types of sentences, let me give you some examples of a perfect sentence. So as you can see here, he is a good boy. So he is a good boy is a statement. As you can see, he is a good boy is just a statement. Why do we call this sentence as a statement? Because in this sentence, something is stated directly about a person. Then in order to convert the statement into a question, what we will do? First, we will bring this auxiliary verb here, then subject will come here, then article will come here, then good, then boy. Is he a good boy? Like, we can convert the sentences in various forms. He is a good boy. So there are different ways of telling a sentence. He is a good boy. Is he a good boy? क्या वो एक अच्छा लड़का है? Then if we are asking it in a question form, at last we are using the question mark. Then what a nice weather. Suppose now rainy days are going on, so most of the times in chit chat group or whenever we are talking with someone, suddenly we exclaim that what a nice weather. So at that time, at last we put the exclamation mark. So this comes under the category of exclamatory sentence. So now let us make it very simple by explaining you what are the necessities of a sentence. Why do we need a sentence? Like, why do we need electricity? We need electricity to watch things. If electricity will not be there in this world, what will happen? We will fall inside the well, will fall inside something. During the daytime it is well and good, but if it is night time, then definitely we need electricity. Just like an electricity plays a very important role in our life, sentences also plays a very important role in expressing our thoughts. So a sentence always begins with a capital letter. Yes, this is the necessity of a sentence. Whenever we are beginning a sentence, we should begin it with a capital letter and ends with a full stop. We can use either a full stop or a note of interrogation if we are asking question to someone, like what is your name? So this is a question that I am asking to any person. At that time we can use question mark and or a note of exclamation, just like in this sentence, what a nice weather. Bravo, we won the match. Hooray, we are going to a trip. Okay, so these all sentences vary from each other. So a sentence will always begin from a capital letter and it can end with the type of sentence, whatever it is. If it's a question, then it will end with the help of an interrogatory mark or with the help of a question tag, that is a question mark. If it's there in a statement form, then simply will give a full stop. And if we are expressing our feeling, sudden feeling at that time it will end with a exclamation note or exclamation mark. Then secondly, it must express a complete thought, not fragmented. Because if we will express a fragmented thought, at that time sentence will no more be a sentence, rather it will become either a phrase or a clause, because those are small sentences, short sentences, which convey either particular meaning or full meaning dependent upon their category. Like independent clause has a subject and it gives us a complete sense, it gives the listener a complete sense. Okay, but a dependent clause, it needs the independent clause to complete its meaning. So clause is different and sentences are different. So sentences, second necessity is that it cannot be in fragmented parts, rather it can be much eligible to express a complete thought. If the sentences are given only in words, 2 to 3 words cannot frame a sentence unless it gives a complete meaning. Okay, so that is the second necessity. Then what is the third necessity? It must contain at least one subject, hidden or visible. Yes, this is also very important. It must contain at least one subject, whether the subject is hidden in the sentence or it is visible in the subject, means in the sentence the subject should always be there, and one verb comprising an independent clause. It should have one verb also. Now let me tell you how it is possible. For example, as it is written here, do it. So do it is also a sentence, it is also giving a meaning, but in this sentence a subject you is hidden. If we'll identify, then you is hidden and verb do is visible. Do is visible here, but you is hidden. So it is the instruction, it is the command given to somebody. Do it. It means somebody has given a command to someone to do it. So you is the subject here, but it is the hidden subject here. It is not visible. Okay. And can you see it is the verb? Okay. You is the subject which is hidden and do is the verb. So it is the basic necessity of a sentence that it always contains a subject and a verb that comprises of an independent clause that gives a complete meaning. As I just said you that there are two different types of clauses. One is your independent clause and another one is your dependent clause. Dependent clause doesn't gives a complete meaning, but independent clause gives a complete meaning. Let us move forward. Now let us see what is the definition. If someone will ask us that what is the definition of a sentence, then as per Cambridge Advanced Learners Dictionary and thesaurus.com, if we'll see, then they have given a very nice definition of a sentence. A sentence is a group of words usually containing a verb. Sentence contains a verb that expresses a thought in the form of a statement, question, instruction, exclamation, and starts with a capital letter when written. Yes, all the necessities are given in one short paragraph, we can say. A sentence are the group of words usually containing a verb. All the necessities are included here in this short paragraph. Yes, we know that a sentence contains a verb, a sentence contains a subject that expresses a thought. Yes, thought is always necessary. Some verb should always be included. Some thought should always be included in a sentence. Okay, in the form of a statement. Yes, either it can be in the form of a statement like he's a good boy, he's a bad boy, she's a good girl, he's a very good singer, like that. Or it can be in interrogation form like this bag belongs to whom, or whom does this bag belongs to, or this pen belongs to. In the question form, in the instruction form, go and bring some chalks for me. It can be an exclamation form, and it always begins with a capital letter. So it is the definition about sentence. Now let us discuss what are the different types of sentences. Now we are sometimes getting very much confused that if someone asks us that what are the different types of sentences, then we know only about these 4 basic sentences, means declarative, imperative, interrogative and exclamatory. Most of us knows about only these 4 type of sentence. But let me clear your confusion, dear children. Sentences are divided into 2 basic category. first one is the on the basis of structure and on the basis of functionality. If we'll see on the basis of structure, then sentences are simple sentence, compound sentence, complex sentence, and compound complex sentences are there. I'll tell you in detail about all these sentences further. Then on the basis of functionality, functionality means how it performs. Then we'll see that declarative sentence, imperative, interrogative, and exclamatory. Now let us see what is a simple sentence. With example I'm going to tell you. So simple sentence must have a single subject. A single subject means a single clause, a single verb which is independent and it cannot take another clause. As I said, clause are also of two types. I have explained clearly that one is the independent clause which gives a complete meaning, and one is the dependent clause which is dependent on other parts of the sentence to fulfill, or which is dependent on the independent clause to fulfill its meaning. Okay, or those are incomplete sentences are known as dependent clause. So in simple sentence what happens, they must have a single clause, a single verb which is independent, and it cannot take another clause. Let me give you one example. For example, I always wanted to become a painter. So can you see there is a single clause, I always wanted to. Okay, and one verb is present here. As you can see, one verb is become. Become is the verb here. So only one verb is present in simple sentences. I ate my lunch. Here also you can see ate is the single verb that is present in the sentence. By looking at the sentence, we can easily recognize that it is a simple sentence. Then I have gone to the market. Now here gone is another verb which is there in the sentence, and it is also a single verb. So in these three sentences we can feel that, and we can see that there are only one verb. That is why we can call them as your simple sentences. Then let us see what is a compound sentence. Compound sentence must have more than one independent clause with no dependent clauses. Yes, compound sentences means we can use a 2 number of sentences or 3 number of sentences can be there, but all should be independent clause, means all the sentence should convey an independent meaning. Okay, and some specific conjunctions also it should be there, because if 2 sentences will be there and they both are combined, then they are joined by conjunctions, because conjunctions are the linking words. So a compound sentence must have more than one independent clause. For example, I always wanted to become a writer. After writer and is there. Okay, this is an independent clause because it conveys a complete meaning. And she wanted to become a painter. Now can you see there are 2 sentences joined by the conjunction and. Okay, so here 2 independent clauses and 2 verbs are there. In simple sentences only a single clause will be there and only a single verb will be there. But in compound sentences there will be 2 clauses and there will be 2 verbs as it is present in the sentence. Now for example, he has completed his homework, but she had completed her homework in the morning. So here but is the conjunction, as you can see here, and he has completed his homework is the independent clause. It is giving us the complete meaning. And in the second part of the sentence also, she had completed her homework in the morning. This is another part of the sentence. Okay, it is also one independent clause which is joined by a conjunction. That is why we call them compound sentence. Now what is a complex sentence? A complex sentence also has more than one clause, but of one them must be an independent clause and other must be a dependent clause. Yes, that is the differentiation that we can see in complex sentences. In compound sentences it is very simple that 2 independent clause will be there and they will be joined with the help of a conjunction. Okay, and 2 verbs will be there and 2 independent clauses will be there. But in complex sentences it also has more than one clause, means more than one clause it will be there, and there can be an independent clause also and there can be a dependent clause also. And there are also some particular connectors. Connectors means the conjunctions which should there to join the sentences. Okay, complex sentence to be connected. For example, let me give you one example here. I know that you always wanted to be a writer. Okay, here a dependent clause is followed by a connector and an independent clause. Can you see? I know that. So I know that is the connector here. Can you see? That is the connector here. That is why I have highlighted it. I have encircled and I have written above connector. I know that. So I know is the dependent clause here. And you always wanted to be a painter. It is the independent clause because it is conveying the full meaning. It is giving us a complete sense. That is why here the dependent clause is connected with the with the independent clause and with the help of a connector that. So we can call them as complex sentences. When I woke up, the sun was yet to light the sky. The ambulance arrived after the accident had taken place. Okay, so these all, the ambulance arrived. This is a dependent clause. Then after is the conjunction here. Can you see the subordinating conjunction? After is the conjunction here, which is joining the another part of the sentence, that is the accident had taken place. Now before you go to the bed, finish your homework. Again, okay, before is the, again it is the conjunction here. It is also joining the two parts of the sentence. And can you see the complex sentence? They are, one independent clause will be there and one dependent clause will be joined with the help of some connectors. Let us move forward and let us see on the basis of functionality how many types of sentences are there. So can you see there are 4 types of sentences present on the basis of functionality. Declarative sentence. A declarative sentence means declaration. Simply declarative sentence means declaration which expresses an opinion, feeling, or makes a statement or describe anything. For example, it declares something. It ends with a full stop. I want to be a good singer. It's a statement. I am very happy today. It's a feeling. So they are declaring in the first example, something is stated about some person. It means that I want to be a good singer. It's just a statement. Then it also depicts some particular type of feeling, like I am very happy. So declarative sentences simply expresses an opinion, feeling, or makes a statement or describes things. It declares something. That is why we call them declarative sentence. And to declarative sentence we also call them assertive sentence. Another name, like we are having another name in our home or not, like your nickname. Okay, like my nickname is Anu. So what is your nickname? Don't forget to tell me in the comment box so that I can know that you're watching my video, you're learning from my videos, and means you are interested in knowing that what is an assertive sentence. Okay, so another name of declarative sentence is assertive sentence. Let us move forward. What is an imperative sentence? We use an imperative sentence to make a request or to give a command. Yes, whenever we are making request to somebody or we are giving a command to somebody, those types of sentences comes into the category of imperative sentence. How? Because they also end with a full stop. They also end with a full stop, but under certain circumstances it can also be end with a note of exclamation. It can end with a note of exclamation also, but only in very fixed circumstances or in very limited circumstances. For example, please sit down. So here someone is requesting by using the word please. By just recognizing, finding out the word please, we can know that someone is requesting. Please is the word that is used for requesting someone. So we can easily identify that it is an imperative sentence. Now I need you to sit down. Then it's a correct order. It's a command that someone is giving. Do take your medicines on time. It's a suggestion. Okay, suggestions also. Here in the means definition it is not mentioned that suggestion should be included in imperative sentence or not, but this is the extra information that I am giving you. In imperative sentence we can also use suggestions like do take your medicines on time. Okay, do visit your doctor regularly if you are a patient. These are the suggestions. Drink 18 glasses of your water every day. So these are the suggestions that we can give now, or we can call it advice also. Okay. Then what is an interrogative sentence? With the word only we come to know that interrogate someone, like criminal investigation department people, what they are doing, they're investigating the criminals, they're investigating the case, they're interrogating the criminals to find out that who is the real culprit. Similarly, the interrogative sentences asks question, it must end with a note of interrogation, or we can call it a question mark. Let us see the example. When you are going to submit your assignment, yes, most of the time your teacher is asking you the question like when are you going to submit your assignment, yes or no. So at last we are using question mark whenever we are asking a question. Then do you know him? So this is also one kind of question that we are asking. So basically an interrogative sentence is ask a question. Exclamatory sentence is the last one. An exclamatory sentence expresses overflow of emotions, like overflow. Whenever we are watching the match, it is between India and some other country like Australia or New Zealand or any other country in the world, then what we are doing, suppose India won the match, at that time what will be your feeling? Definitely your feeling will overburst, your feeling will overflow, and what you will do, you will say that hooray, we won the match, yes or no. So that kind of emotion that is coming from inside our heart, that overflow of emotion is known as exclamation. These emotions can be of happiness also, sorrow also, wonder also, anger also. Whenever we are angry, we are telling something to the person that shit, what happened today, it was a very bad day, yes or no. Sorrow means whenever we are sad. Wonder, whenever we are wondering something, at that time we are using different types of emotions. For example, let us see the example quickly here. I cannot believe he would do that, मतलब मैंने ये कभी सोचा नहीं था कि वो ऐसा कर सकता है. So this is a kind of amazement, we can say. What a day it was means how beautiful was the day, what a day it was. Okay, so it is also expressing the feeling of happiness. Okay, so this was all about your different types of sentences in this video, as I have explained you what are the necessities of a sentence, what are the different types of sentences. I hope this video will help you in understanding the basic concept of sentences. So in my next video, I'm going to give you some exercises on sentences so that it will be helpful for you to get a practical understanding of this. So I hope this video will be useful to you, and if you like my video, then don't forget to like, share and subscribe my channel. Till then, thank you everyone and keep learning.